Hello everyone, this is MJ. You are at my channel called Reading This Life. My channel is where we talk fiction, friends, and fun. Today, it's a bonus. It's Tuesday. I'm doing a tag, and the tag is about food. Stay tuned. I was kindly tagged by the BookTube channel Bandy's Books. If you do not know who I'm talking about, please check out her content. It's really fun and interesting and bookish. So there are 8 prompts to this tag. This is the Yes Chef book tag. All right, prompt number 1. Have you ever read a book about or written by a chef? If so, which one did you enjoy? So I have a lot of cookbooks. Before BookTube, MJ used to cook a lot and bake a lot. I'm probably a better baker than I'm a cook. You could probably ask my husband that. But I do have some signature things that I like to make. This is one of my favorite books. I got this on Thrift Books last year after reading it the year before. I gobbled literally this book up in no time. This is by David Lebovitz, and I will read you the back. It is just so good. Like so many others, David Lebovitz dreamed about living in Paris ever since he first visited in the 1980s. Finally, after a nearly 2-decade career as a pastry chef and cookbook author, he moved to the City of Light to start a new life. Having crammed all of his worldly belongings into 3 suitcases, he arrived hopes high at his new apartment in the lively Bastille neighborhood. But soon he discovered it is a different world in France. Every single chapter has a recipe at the end, which is delightful. Chocolate cake. Ooh, there's coffee recipes in here too. Cafe au lait, salted butter caramel sauce, bacon and blue cheesecake, chocolate macaroons, tomato and sourdough bread salad, chocolate spice bread, pork roast with brown sugar bourbon glaze. So you get the drift. After every single chapter, there is just a fantastic restaurant or recipe. And there's also little bits about French culture. So if you are looking to get a little more French in your life, a little French cuisine in your life, a little French culture, check this one out. I have this one on deck. I don't know when. His passing, just like, awful. He is my type of a human. I love his personality. I love his thought process. I love just his essence. And it's just sad that he left us so soon. And that is Anthony Bourdain. And this is Kitchen Confidential. This is still available on Book of the Month if you are interested in snagging a hardcover copy. That's where I got mine. And this was printed... this was printed and released. It doesn't even say. I don't even think it says. It just says BOTM. It doesn't give you a month and a year. But this came out first published in 2000. So, I mean, it's 23 years old and it still holds up. And I cannot wait to read this. I think about it and then I let it go. And then I think about it and then I let it go. And I just don't want to get sad when I'm reading it. That's the thing with me. I loved his shows. Just a special human that we got to live with for a bunch of years. So this is one I'm definitely looking forward to getting into. Okay, so those are my two. Those are my two favorites. All right, question number 2. Do you notice food descriptions in books? Why or why not? I do. And if there is a name of a food that I don't know, I will Google it and find out what it is. I just read Kristen Hanna's The Four Winds. There were some Italian type cuisine in there that I did not know what they were talking about. So thanks to Google, I was able to get a visual and find out exactly what was in it. So yes, I do pause to do that. Simply because it's fun. It's fun to me. I want to know why did the author put that in? It must have some type of meaning, or it must be really good, or something like that. Next. What book have you read that had the best food description? I would probably say The Hunger Games. The Hunger Games has a lot of good recipes in it, and probably because everyone is basically starving, and you kind of feel that with the characters. And you know, I've made at least one good dish out of The Hunger Games, so I would say The Hunger Games for me. I remember that standing out. Number 4, have you ever been inspired by a book to prepare a specific food or meal? Yes. To touch on question number 4, I have prepared Katniss's lamb stew from the book. The recipe, I believe, is available on Pinterest, and it is a delicious stew that uses dried plums, which is lovely. Absolutely lovely. It is hearty. It is that type of a hearth meal that just feels like, you know, you're hunkering down and you're getting a hug. So yes, I have made Katniss's lamb stew a number of times, and it's really good. And you can probably just Google it on Pinterest and the recipe will come up. Okay. Next question. Prompt number 5. Do I have a favorite cookbook? I have a few. So I actually have, I used to subscribe to Martha Stewart magazine long time ago, but I save all of the recipes that I love and some of her dedicated ones for the holidays. She always published like a cookie magazine, something like that. So I have those saved. My husband's favorite cookie recipe is in one of those, and I'm telling you, it's like falling apart. I'm going to have to like photocopy it and rebind it or something. So these are some of my faves. So I'm not a huge fan. I mean, she's nice. But I love her cooking. And that is Chrissy Teigen's Cravings. Her recipes are out of this world, man. Her potato salad recipe is absolutely insane. She has one recipe in here that I go to all the time for if I have to entertain or if I have to go somewhere and bring something. Her deviled eggs are out of this world. Her recipes from the first book were so good, I had to get the second book. And again, just really, really good stuff. I have made this homemade onion dip with homemade potato crisps. Oh yeah, and it's that good. And you are cooking that onion dip for a long time. It is delicious. I have had the granola that she has in here is really, really good. I've made her sweet potato gnocchi, which is really, really good. Braised short ribs. There are just a lot of great recipes. And that's both Cravings 1 and Cravings 2, Hungry for More. I also have Thug Kitchen, Eat Like You Give a... and this is really, really good. This is more health oriented, a little more clean eating. Yeah. Stop relying on the microwave. Stop relying on processed crap. Whoever you are and wherever you are, get down to the market and supermarket. Use your budget to pick up some fresh ingredients and get cooking. It's all about getting less processed, getting more healthy, and still tasting really, really good. And that's Thug Kitchen. Then my favorite cookbook, and actually I've never made a recipe out here, and I really should. Maybe for Halloween or October. This is a treasury of great... This is the most beautiful recipe book that I have, and one of the most beautiful books that I have. This is beautiful binding all the way around. There is a page marker. And this is a treasury of great recipes by Mary and Vincent Price. Did you know that Vincent Price, the actor, was a foodie? Oh, yes, he was. Him and his wife would travel around the world and go to their favorite restaurants and collect their favorite recipes. Absolutely out of this world. All different countries are listed: France, Italy, Holland, Scandinavia, England, Spain, Mexico, the United States. And it just has all of their recipes. But like I said, I have not made anything in here. It's very Let's see, when was this published? It has like an era, a time with it, if you know what I'm saying. 1965. So 1965, it was very, you're still entertaining a lot at home. You're having dinner parties. It's that type of a cookbook, I would think. But yeah, maybe I'll make something in the future. But it's one of my favorites. Okay. What we got next? Number 6. If I can share a meal with one author, dead or alive, who would it be? I would say no, I'm going to say Neil Gaiman. Just because I've always been sweet on him, and I think we would have a really nice and interesting conversation over dinner. And I wouldn't be too flirty with him, maybe. Question number 7. If you had 24 hours to live and you can eat one meal and read what book, what would you eat and what would you read? 24/7? I've never been to Europe, so I think I would want to take a flight to Italy and just go hog wild on homemade pasta. I think that's what I would do. I would go for one meal? How about one food? I'll do one food and I'll like go all around to all the different places. One meal, that's not a lot. But yeah, I probably would go to some beautiful outdoor cafe in Italy and just sit down and just have some homemade pasta with sauce and just be in heaven. And what book would I read? And it's only because I think it would be cute and distracting knowing that the world was going to end, and that is The Princess and the Scoundrel. So why not leave the world, with a little love story, with a little sci-fi? Why not? This is a Star Wars, The Princess and the Scoundrel by Beth Revis. This I'm going to be reading next month in February for, Valentine's Day and all that cool stuff. But it's all about their love story, their engagement, and their marriage. So, why not? Go out on a high note. All right. So, the last prompt is to tag some people. Okay. So I'm going to tag people that have not been tagged. I'm going to go with Philosophy at the Grape Jelly Library. I'm going to tag Dave and Olive at Book Blather. That one should be interesting. I'm going to tag who else? Trying to think of who's done this tag already. I'm going to tag Alan at Big Hard Books and Classics. I'm going to tag Courtney at Tangible Reads. I'm going to tag Nicole at Dusty Book Sniffers. And I'm going to tag Roy at Roy Reads Anything. He's a dessert guy, so yeah, that's who I'm going to tag. All right, everybody. Good luck with the tag. I hope you can do it. And that is it here from me. So I hope everyone is doing well. I hope you are staying safe. Make sure that you are taking care of yourself so you can take care of others. And I will see you in my next video, whether it be sooner or later. So until next time, everyone, goodbye for now. Happy reading and happy eating.